ETI can save your business thousands, but only if it's set up and applied correctly. And when you're working with imported payroll data, one small oversight can throw the whole calculation off. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. In this video, we're unpacking employment tax incentives in Sage Business Cloud Payroll, how they're calculated, where to find them in Sage, and what to watch out for when working with backdated or imported payroll records. I'll show you how contract types and hours worked can impact ETI, and why getting the period timing right matters more than you think. Whether you're processing your first ETI or cleaning up a previous setup, this guide will help you to avoid the most common and costly mistakes. Now here's something interesting. On the previous reports, there was no ETI shown, but when I pulled up the historical EMP501, which the company provided me and is now displayed on the screen, I spotted an ETI amount of 9,356.17. I haven't touched ETI yet, and that's a problem, because if I want my EMP201 and EMP501 reports to be accurate and match past records, I completely overlooked it. I need to get this sorted. And this is exactly why I recommend double checking your EMP201 submission against your Sage report, just like I did before calling this done. So how do we fix this? There's a lot to consider when it comes to ETI, but don't worry, I'll take you through all the basic steps. Just follow along with my example and you should be fine. When looking at the ETI criteria, three key things stand out. The employee must be between 18 and 29 years old. The ETI amount depends on monthly remuneration ranging from 2,000 Rand to 6,500 Rand. ETI is available for 2 years, but the calculation changes after the first 12 months. You can see the ETI criteria and calculation tables displayed on the screen, outlining exactly how these amounts are determined. Now, this isn't an ETI deep dive, so I won't go into further detail, maybe in a future video, who knows. But what's important to know is that Sage Business Cloud Payroll automatically calculates ETI based on the employee details you enter. What I'm going to show you next is how to ensure that ETI is correctly calculated when using an import. And trust me, these next few steps are extremely important to get right, to ensure the payroll software does its job properly. To start, the company provided me with a breakdown of ETI per employee so I can see exactly who is affected and whose ETI setup needs to be reviewed and corrected. Just a quick reminder, for demo purposes I've changed the real names and employee codes, so what you see on the screen are fake details. First up on my list is employee code 37938. Now read this note with me. This is something you absolutely need to get right. ETI is time sensitive. That means I have to tell Sage Business Cloud Payroll exactly when this employee first qualified for ETI. So the system applies the correct calculations for the second 12-month period and knows when the benefit should stop. If I don't enter this correctly, Sage will assume it's month 1 and extend ETI for a full 24 months from now, which is obviously wrong. That's why you see all of these months displayed here, because when it comes to ETI in Sage, getting the timing right
is everything. But don't worry, it's simple. I've already obtained the periods when ETI was claimed in the past. So now I'm going to mark the months where this employee qualified. Once that's done, I'll press save. And there it is, the successfully saved message. That's exactly what I want to see. With the first employee's ETI setup done, let's move on to the next one. Employee code 37940. Displayed on the list along with the historical ETI claim periods right below it. In Sage Business Cloud Payroll, I'll head over to the employee details. Then, navigate to the ETI menu. For easy reference, I'm also displaying the historical ETI claimed from the previous payroll while marking the qualifying months, just like before. Once that's done, I'll press save. And if all goes well, the successfully saved message should appear, meaning another ETI setup is complete. Now, as you can see, there are still 9 more employees on my list who need their ETI setup. I've displayed all their names on the screen, and next up is employee code 37951. But since the process is exactly the same, I won't make you sit through each one. Instead, let's fast track this section while I go through the rest, marking the qualifying months, saving the entries, and making sure each setup is locked in.
Negative thoughts, they whisper your name, tell you you're broken, feeding the flame, holding you back, keeping you ashamed, making you
Now that the ETI setup is done, it's time for the moment of truth. When you're handling people's hard-earned money, there's absolutely no room for error. This isn't just about ticking boxes. It's about ensuring financial integrity down to the last cent. Let me show you how I validate everything by obtaining an ETI report in Sage Business Cloud Payroll. This report is your financial reality check. I'm going to walk you through where to find it and how I meticulously compare each employee's ETI details against their March history.
From the familiar Sage homepage, in the top menu, head over to Reports. Then in the left side menu, select Financial. Scroll down to Employment Tax Incentive Detail. That's the report we're looking for. Press Preview for a quick glance of the report. Most important, as a quick check, is to find the total ETI for the month on the last page. And there it is, the amount of 9356.18. Rings a bell and agree with the total amount on the history report. I'm going to save this detailed analysis per employee report and use it to verify that each individual's ETI calculation is accurate.
And that's it. Your ETI setup is complete employee by employee with accurate qualifying periods locked in. Sage will now calculate ETI correctly based on real timelines, not guesses. Getting this right isn't just about ticking compliance boxes. It's about protecting your payroll from avoidable errors down the line.